Thank you. Hey, thanks, Phil, for making a nice presentation. I'm here to lower the bar a little bit. Let's talk about gremlins. They put them in cars, they put them in your TV, they put them in stereos and those little radios you stick in your ears. They even put them in watches. They have tiny, teeny gremlins. We're, of course, talking about spicy pillows. If you're not familiar with the term, it comes from old Reddit. If you're still on Reddit and you enjoy tech gore, you can go to r/spicypillows. What you're seeing is the dramatic failure of a lithium polymer battery, and the signature pillow shape. But actually, it's not just these lithium polymer pouch batteries. Really, any lithium ion battery, including your classic little blue guys, is just as dangerous in your home. These things are a fire hazard when they begin to fail. We like lithium ions because they're high energy density batteries, but lithium is also a very reactive chemical, and this means it can fail pretty dramatically. They describe this as thermal runaway. Basic, very short summary is you have some source of heat that starts a reaction with the chemicals in the battery. Lithium has an exothermic reaction, which generates more heat, which creates this death feedback loop, which ultimately, this is what we're talking about. We actually mean it catches fire. This is a common failure mode for lithium batteries. Causes heat, like I said, physical damage that could cause the battery to short, which generates heat and starts the reaction. They'll say overcharging your batteries could start the reaction. Over discharging your batteries could start the reaction. Rapid charging and discharging, like you've got a short in your charge cable and it's kind of turning on and off, that'll kill your batteries pretty quick. Or, sometimes they just sort of fail. And it could be a manufacturer defect, it could be something else. What is I don't know, sometimes they just catch on fire. Here's my analogy. You got your Mowglis and your gremlins, your cute, innocent little creature over time turns into the gremlin. Lithium has sort of a similar trick. This is called dendrites. This is a very close-up view under a microscope of dendrites growing from the lithium anode and approaching the cathode on the bottom of the screen. And what happens when those get close enough is there will be an arc, and the batteries will begin to ignite. And this just happens naturally with lithium over charge and discharge cycles. So I'm trying to speed this up a little bit, but risk assessment. Lithium batteries are pretty much ubiquitous now. I brought a visual aid, but I forgot to bring it up here. Cheap toy Bluetooth speaker that my daughter got from school for free as a prize for doing good in school. Of course, it has a lithium polymer pouch in it. They're everywhere. 15 years ago, the standard maybe was nickel metal hydride batteries, but now even the cheapest electronics have lithium in them. We tend to forget about these devices and kind of leave them around your house, especially if you're like me, a busy parent. And they can degrade while sitting idle. You don't need to be doing anything with them. They will just naturally degrade over time. A note here is that discharged batteries, because they have less energy in them, are less risky than a fully charged battery, but they still can degrade and generate heat even with very low charge. So what to do? Pay attention to what you're using. If you notice any swelling, especially with lithium polymer batteries, that's a tell that the battery is starting to degrade. If it's not charging right or has really short battery life, it's probably time to get rid of those batteries. Look at what devices you're using. Remove unused batteries if possible. If you have to store them, try and get them discharged as much as possible. Dispose of them safely. What not to do? Don't put them in the microwave. Don't put them in the food processor. Do not put them in the trash. This is what happens when you put them in the trash. Seriously, Waste Management doesn't want them in the trash. And there are safe links for recycling. If you're in Lancaster, you can go to the Solid Waste Management, drop off for free any batteries you want. If you're not in the Lancaster area, call to recycle.org. Those QR codes will take you to the information for that. Thank you.